Hello everyone, how you guys are doing? My name is Prakhar Shrivastava and very shortly we are going to start with the crash course on manufacturing. Today we are going to discuss about the rolling part. We'll continue the rolling that we have started yesterday. कल जो हमने rolling part start किया था, we are going to continue. Hello everyone, how you guys are doing? My name is Prakhar Shrivastava and very shortly we are going to start with the. Is it clear? Chalo, just a second, let me check that. Let me just arrange everything because today we the electricity is not continuous in our area, and at the same time देखो क्या होता है ना, the main important part is that internet can work on UPS, but the lights, that is the studio lights, they don't work on internet over the UPS. So that is why I was waiting for the time, and yes, we got that back, and the connection is again established. And very shortly, in just a minute, we are going to start with this particular chapter. If you are having any doubt from the previous lecture, you can throw your doubts. अगर आपको कोई भी doubt है previous lecture से, you can throw your doubt. You can throw your doubt, guys, if you are having any doubt from the previous lectures. ठीक है, चलो, just a second, I'll open the software so that. Just a second, guys. Open board, documents, import, manufacturing, crash course, lecture number. I think this is 21. Accept. Shortly, it will be uploaded here. Okay, cool. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I think that I am audible. So, okay, so hello everyone, my name is Prakhar Shrivastava. I have secured All India third rank in GATE 2016, then I took admission into IIT Bombay and finally completed my masters from NITI Mumbai. From past 3 years, I'm teaching on an academy, and currently I'm having an experience of teaching approximately 23,000 plus students. So thank you all for your love and support. The subjects that I deal with is industrial engineering, manufacturing technology and engineering mathematics. Manufacturing is the subject that I teach. Industrial is the subject in which I have gained my graduate and postgraduate degree. And mathematics is something that I love to solve. Is it clear? So that is why if you are having any doubt from these 3 topics, you can obviously reach out to me without any hesitation. And if any of your family members, friends, relative wants to join an Academy Plus, okay, they can use the code CRACK10. They can directly use the code CRACK10 to get flat 10% off. They can directly use the code CRACK10 to get flat 10% off. I'll come to this subscription, that is what are the paid platform that are offered by an academy afterward. First, you should see what we are offering. Okay, and before moving forward, just a small introduction that there is going to be a batch from 28th of December, that is mechanical batch A for GATE 2020 2022. ठीक है, 2022 के लिए जो मैकेनिकल बैच A is going to be launched from 28th of December. If you want to join this batch, which is full of experienced educators, you can use the code CRACK10. It is available on Plus, so that is why it is available on the paid platform. If you want to join an Academy Plus, you can use the code CRACK10. ठीक है, I'll show you a video also. I'll just show you a video also. So I hope that you have seen this video and you have also got an idea that what we are offering. Okay, what we are offering. Chalo, let us move forward. This is about the Unacademy combat which is already completed on 16th of December 16th of December at 6 p.m. So why I am including this slide? See, this is not the only combat challenge. The combat challenge will happen from time to time. The next combat challenge date is not yet announced, but yes, I would request all of you to prepare a lot for the next combat challenge so that you can also compete, also find out your ranking. You can compete with your peers and get a confidence that yes, you can do in the final exam as well. And now what you will be getting in return. So there are very exciting prizes related to the Unacademy combat. Unacademy combat ki jo questions hai, if you are attending these lectures regularly, that is the YouTube lectures continuously and consistently, then you would be getting some really easy topics. Because देखो यार, जो मैं पढ़ा रहा हूँ मैं वहीं से क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा, yes or no? So that is why you just have to attend these videos. If you are attending these videos, you would be getting some really cool and very high marks. Is it clear? Now what is in return? So in return you are having very good, very exciting prizes. Like the first ranker will be getting Apple MacBook Air. The second person got a Apple iPad Mini. The third one got the Apple AirPods, and the top 100 rankers would also get 1000 worth Amazon vouchers. ठीक है, ₹1000 worth Amazon vouchers. So see, very cool and exciting prizes are there. I would request कि participate करो, जीतो, but ऐसे नहीं जीत पाओगे. You have to practice. You have to attend the lecture consistently. You should have knowledge. You should have practice. You should have confidence. Is it clear? I'll show you the video. I'll show you the video of Unacademy combat that we launched after few, like you can say in the later part of this lecture. Let me first resume with the topic of rolling. Let me first resume with the topic of rolling. Let me first resume with the topic of rolling. Rolling का topic, ठीक है? Just a second, I'll open it up. Rolling is done. The rolling का main part is already, major parts we have already covered. The rolling major part we have already covered. ठीक है. Now very important part is there. Now very important part is there. That is spread कर दिया था ना मैंने, spread बता दिया था. Spread is the change in width. I have already told you the spread part. Just a second यार. Hello. ओके सॉरी गाइज, आई थिंक दैट साउंड का कुछ इशू था। आई थिंक दैट साउंड का कुछ इशू हो गया था। आई एम रियली सॉरी गाइज, साउंड का कुछ इशू हो गया था। कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, मैं फिर से बता देता हूँ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू अगेन। आई थिंक दैट नाउ इट इज ऑडिबल। देखो, मैक्सिमम रिडक्शन पर पास का क्या मतलब होता है, एक पास में कितना रिडक्शन पॉसिबल है। इन वन पास व्हाट इज द रिडक्शन पॉसिबल, व्हाट इज द रिडक्शन पॉसिबल, इज इट क्लियर? इन वन पास व्हाट इज द रिडक्शन पॉसिबल, इज इट क्लियर? इन वन पास व्हाट इज द रिडक्शन पॉसिबल, इज इट क्लियर? ठीक है, तो अब अगर आपका एक पास में रिडक्शन की बात की जाए, यू ऑल नो फॉर द सेल्फ एंट्री कंडीशन, for the self entry condition mu should be greater than tan alpha. You also know, you have also calculated L is equal to root over R del H if R is much greater than del H. These conditions are clear to you, these conditions are crystal clear to you, these conditions are crystal clear to you. Now you have seen that diagram, you have seen that diagram of circle, have you seen that diagram of circle, have you seen that diagram of circle? तो वो कैसा diagram, the diagram of circle looks like what, like this. This is your circle, this is your entry point, and this is your exit point. This is the reduction part. So if you try to catch down, if you try to track down, this is the value of your theta, this is the value of your theta, and if you try to check back, this is theta, this is L, what will be this value, what will be this value, this whole value is R, the radius, because this is the center, so this whole value is R, and this small value is what, this small value is what, कल भी मैंने आपको बताया था, this is del H by 2. So what will be this value, R minus del H by 2. So if you take tan theta in this, if you take tan theta in this triangle, it will be equal to perpendicular upon base, base is R minus del H by 2, base is R minus del H by 2, base is R minus del H by 2, base is R minus del H by 2. Is it clear to all of you? This is the formula, this is the formula, that's why I have written here this. This is your formula. Now L can be written as root over R del H, L can be written as root over R del H, L can be written as root over R del H, and I have written R minus 0.5 del H. Now if R is much bigger than del H, if R is much bigger than del H, the denominator becomes only R. The denominator becomes only R. Minus 0.h is almost negligible. This you will solve. Tan theta is mu, root over R, R and R get cancelled. The result is del H by R. Squaring both the sides and rearranging, you would be getting the value of draft. This is the maximum reduction in one pass. This is the maximum reduction in one pass. This is the maximum reduction in one pass. Is it clear to all of you? ये maximum reduction है एक pass में. Please note it down. Now, can you say that maximum reduction will be more if coefficient of friction or R is more? R is more matlab roll is big. Roll is big means heavy. So automatically heavy rolls will contract or will squeeze the material more. Yes or no? That is what is written. That is, if you need to increase the draft, if you need to increase the size, the reduction in size, either you need to increase your mu or you need to increase your R. That is, you have to increase your coefficient of friction or you have to increase your radius. ठीक है, radius of the roll. Is it clear? लिखो, ये कंडीशन समझ में आ गया? Now if somebody asks you about rolling load, if somebody asks you about rolling load, what will be the value of rolling load? देखो, रोलिंग लोड का सिंपल सा फंडा क्या रहता है? This is not power, this is force. Rolling load. Rolling load. This is equal to radius into width into increasing from 0 to A. This is 0. Here it is A. Is it clear? So increasing from 0 to A, P dot d theta. Is it clear? This is the formula for force. This is the formula for force. देखो क्या होगा? R d theta is the arc length, is the length. R d theta is the length. B is the width. and P is the pressure. Is it clear? So when you will solve this, you will get the required value. If somebody asks you about torque, torque is nothing but force into A. ठीक है, where A is the radius, where A is the radius of the circle. लिख लो A, radius of circle. एरिया, रेडियस ऑफ सर्कल, रेडियस ऑफ सर्कल, यही इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है. ठीक है, कोई और डाउट हो तो पूछो, प्लीज नोट इट डाउन, प्लीज नोट इट डाउन, अदरवाइज आई विल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक. एक छोटा सा और एनालिसिस होता है, इन डेप्थ एनालिसिस है, वो मैं आपको देने की कोशिश करता हूं. अगर आपको समझ में आ गया तो वेल एंड गुड. कभी कभी क्या होता है, देखो, वेरी वेरी सिंपल थिंग इज देयर, वेरी सिंपल थिंग इज देयर. क्या होता है, कई बार व्हेन यू आर सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चन, कई बार व्हेन यू आर सॉल्विंग द क्वेश्चन, व्हाट दे विल आस्क, इंस्टेड ऑफ मेन थिंग दे कैन आस्क टू वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. एट व्हाट प्लेन neutral plane exists and what is height of material, what is height of material at neutral plane. What is the height of material at neutral plane? ये एकदम दो बड़े बड़े क्वेश्चन है कि what is this value, this is known as hn and this is known as theta n. What is the value of angle from the center what is the angle at which the neutral plane exists. कैसे पता चलेगा कि neutral plane कहाँ exist करता है. ठीक है, चलो, मेन चीज आपको समझ में आ गई ना, दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. The main thing is clear to almost everyone out there. Now अब एक नया एनालिसिस चालू करना है, that what is the value of these, what are these values. तो उसके लिए you need to get the value. देखो देखो, just note down the value. H naught is equal to 2 root over R divided by H1 tan inverse root over R by H1 into alpha. ठीक है, this is the first value that you need to calculate. This is the first value that you need to calculate. This is the first value that you need to calculate. ठीक है, H naught is something that you need to calculate anyhow. Is it clear? Is it clear? एक और relationship होता है. Once you get the value of H naught, you need to calculate the value of capital H. Now capital H is not height, it is a parameter that we don't know. बहुत सारी मिक्स करके चीजों को being made a parameter H. What will be the formula for this? 1 by 2 H naught minus 1 by mu log of H naught by H1. This is the second thing you will calculate. Mu you know, H1 H naught you know, Hn you can calculate. Once you calculate Hn, the pressure is calculated. What is the pressure that is generated at neutral plane? So this is sigma naught, height at neutral plane divided by height at 1, and e to the power mu Hn. This is the formula. Now what is the value of theta n? Root over H1 by R, H1 is the final, H1 by R tan of 355 divided by 250 into Hn divided by 2. ये तो मैंने वो कर दिया. H1 divided by R into Hn divided by 2. This is the formula. H1R, Hn2, you already know. You already know. And now, what is the height of the neutral plane? This is equal to H1 plus. Just a second, guys. I'm getting a call from my home. Just a second, 2 minutes, important work. You guys, देखो, there is a procedure. What I was trying to tell you, अगर आपको height of neutral plane and at which angle neutral plane exists ये निकालना है, then there is a proper procedure. There is a proper procedure where h0 is the initial height, h1 is the final height, r is the radius of the roll. Then that's it. That's it. यही तो आपको करना है. Mu is the coefficient of friction. Everything is fixed. Everything is fixed. Everything is totally fixed. Totally fixed. You just have to go with the step. Capital H, capital H0, capital Hn, theta n, small hn. These are the 4 steps. That's it. ठीक है. There is some urgent work. Just a second. Okay, now we can continue. Hn, that is the height at the neutral plane, is equal to h1. अब h1 का मतलब exit होता है. h0 is entry, तो h1 is exit. ये याद रखिएगा. ठीक है, हमारे एनालिसिस में मेरे को याद नहीं है मैंने कल क्या लिया था. Because here h0 is the entry and h1 is the exit. उसी के हिसाब से एनालिसिस करिएगा. h1 plus 2r 1 minus cos theta n. That's it. So these are the important formulas that you need to study. That's it. This is the formula. This is the formula for height of the neutral plane. But to calculate height of the neutral plane, you require theta n. The formula for the theta n is given here. The formula for the theta n is given here. The formula for the theta n is given here. Now, to calculate the value of theta n, you require hn. So the formula for hn is given here. Capital Hn. Now capital Hn कोई वैल्यू नहीं होती है. जस्ट देखो इतना बड़ा फंक्शन लिखने की से बेटर है. Now I can write this entire function here. I can write this entire function here. I can write this entire function here instead of hn, but the formula will look so big and it is difficult to remember also, and the calculation mistake chances are also high. So what I can do? This capital Hn I can calculate. To calculate capital Hn we require h0. So for h0 we are having these values. this is theta, this is theta, this is theta. ठीक है. h1 is the exit height, h1 is the exit height, r is what, radius of roll, and theta is what, bite angle, mu is coefficient of friction. ठीक है. These are the different values that you need to remember. That's it. इसके अलावा आपको कुछ भी याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Most of the questions from rolling will be covered. Most of the questions from rolling will be covered. और दिक्कत होगी तो मैं एक क्वेश्चन आपको यहाँ पे करा भी दूंगा. बताओ, जल्दी बताओ. Please note it down. I am waiting for 1 or 2 minutes for you to properly note it down. I am waiting for 1 or 2 minutes for you to properly note it down. एक बार आप note down कर लोगे, then I'll be giving you a question and giving you 10 minutes to solve that question. 10 मिनट में आपको दूंगा उस क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए, because it is a very big question and I would request कि आप पूरे दम से attempt करेंगे वो question. That's it. एक क्वेश्चन में दूंगा, उसमें आपको सारी चीजें आ जाएंगी. फटाफट नोट डाउन कर लो यार. ये इतने मतलब ये वाले फॉर्मूलेज ना, यूजुअली वी मिस दीज फॉर्मूलेज, यूजुअली वी मिस दीज फॉर्मूलेज. Pn is nothing but the pressure. Pn is nothing but the pressure at the neutral plane, the pressure that is acting at the neutral plane. So everything about neutral plane is written here. If somebody asks you that what is the angle at which the neutral plane exists, you know these things, theta and everything. Is it clear? Jaldi note down kar lo. Once it is done, let me know. I will be giving you the question. I will be giving you the questions. चलो जल्दी करो, जल्दी करो, जल्दी करो. देन आई विल बी गिविंग यू दिस क्वेश्चन. तो क्वेश्चन लिख लो आप भैया. हो गया. फॉर्मूलेज आर रिटन. नाउ आई वांट यू टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. एक क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लिया, एवरी प्रॉब्लम विल बी सॉल्व्ड फ्रॉम द टॉपिक. अ वाइड स्ट्रिप इज टू बी रोल्ड a wide strip is to be rolled to a final thickness of 6.35 mm with a reduction of 30%. With a reduction of 30%, the roll radius is given by 50 centimeter. The coefficient of friction mu is given by 0.2. Find height of neutral plane. Find height of neutral plane. Find height of neutral plane. इसमें एक फॉर्मूला और लिख लो, आपने नहीं लिखा हो तो. Del H is equal to 2r 1 minus cos theta, where theta is the bite angle. This is also a very important formula. Is it clear? So everything is given to you. I am giving you 10 minutes of time. I would request there is a procedure. That is, first you need to find out the value of theta. Using the value of theta, that is bite angle, you will get the value of H naught, capital H naught. Then you will get capital Hn. Then you will get theta n, and finally you will get small hn. ये procedure आप follow करेंगे, you will get everything. Don't worry. जल्दी करो उसका solution. I'll be back from washroom. जल्दी करो. लास्ट, नहीं नहीं अभी तो टाइम है, 4 मिनट्स एटलीस्ट ट्राई करो, देखो कुछ नहीं कर रहा है, सिंपल है, काफी सिंपल है काफी। देखो सिंपल सी बात है, मैं एक चीज कर दे रहा हूं आपके लिए, द हाफ प्रॉब्लम विल बी सॉल्व, द हाफ प्रॉब्लम विल बी सॉल्व। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट what is the thickness. So in this question h naught is given as 6.35 and h1 is after 30% reduction, that is 0.7 into 6.35. The value will be, नो 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 गलत हो गया ना यहाँ पे, देखो फाइनल थिकनेस दी हुई है 6.35, द फाइनल थिकनेस इज गिवन एज 6.35, दैट इज h1 is given as 6.35, h naught is what, देखो 0.7 into h naught is equal to 6.35, that is 30% reduction in h naught is equal to 6.35. So can you say h naught is equal to 6.35 divided by 0.7? Yes, you can do that. Yes, you can do that. 6.35 divided by 0.7, this will be equal to 9.07 mm. This is the value of initial height. So from initial height of 9.07 it is reduced to 6.35. ठीक है, सही है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Now the second task is calculating the second, del h भी calculate कर लो. What is the draft? The draft is 9.07 minus 6.35. This is equal to 2.72. 2.72. This is equal to 2.72 mm. This is your del h. Now you need to calculate the value of theta. So you know this formula. Del h is equal to 2r 1 minus cos theta. Del h is equal to 2.72 is equal to 2 into what is the value of r? R is 50 centimeter. अब ध्यान से देखो, the r is 50 centimeter, but the del h is in mm. The r also has to be in mm, so don't put 50, put 500. 500 into 1 minus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta, or cos theta is equal to 1 minus 2.72 divided by 1000. 2.72 divided by 1000. Is it clear? This will be equal to 0.9923. That is cos theta is equal to 0.9923 and theta comes out to be cos inverse 0.9923. This value will be equal to 4.23 degree. Now, very important, this is in degree. The calculation, that is, if you need to add, if you need to multiply theta to another thing, you cannot multiply, or if you want to add theta to certain value, that has to be in degree. But usually we don't have degree, so that is why we convert it into radians. Always don't forget to convert it into radians. Always try to convert it into radians. That is into pi by 180 radians. Pi by 180. To convert degree into radians, you multiply by pi by 180. This is equal to 0.0738 radians. This is the value of theta. Using this value of theta, try to find out the value of h naught. Okay, capital H naught. Try to find out the value of capital H naught. Using this theta, try to find out the value of capital H naught. देखो अगला स्टेप होगा कैपिटल एच नॉट, कैलकुलेटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ कैपिटल एच नॉट. द वैल्यू ऑफ कैपिटल एच नॉट इज व्हाट? 2 रूट ओवर r divided by h1 tan inverse root over r divided by h1 into theta. Is it clear? Simple. 2 root over r is 500 divided by 6.35 into tan inverse root over 500 divided by 6.35 into 500 divided by 6.35 into 0.0738. 0.0738. When you will solve, you will get the value as 10.29. अब देखो ये कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, मतलब h naught is nothing, but it is just a process in between. Using h naught, we will calculate hn, the value of this parameter at neutral plane. So the formula is 1 by 2 capital H naught minus 1 by mu log of h naught by h1. Simple. 1 by 2, what is the value of h naught that you have calculated? 10.29. 10.29 minus 1 by mu. What is the value of mu? 0.2 log of, what is the value? H naught is 9.07 divided by 6.35. This is the value. And when you will calculate, you will be getting 4.26. This is the answer for Hn. And using Hn, you will find out the position of neutral plane. Position of neutral plane. The position of neutral plane theta n is given by root over h1 by r, root over h1 by r, tan of h1 by r into hn by 2. Is it clear? This is the formula. This is the formula for theta n. You just put in the values. H1 is 6.35 divided by 500 tan of what? Root over 6.35 divided by 500 into, what is the value of Hn? 4.26 divided by 2. When you will solve this entire equation, you will be getting the value as 0.0273. Now this is in radians. This is in radians. You have to convert it back into, you have to convert it back into, you have to convert it back into degrees. You have to convert it back into degrees. Is it clear? You have to convert it back into degrees. So if you try to check the value of theta in degrees, 0.0273 into 180 divided by pi. If you need to convert the radian back into degrees, it is 180 by pi, and this value comes out to be 1.55 degrees. Is it clear? This is the plane at which the neutral plane is acting. This is the value at which the neutral plane is acting. This is the value at which the neutral plane is acting. This is the value at which the neutral plane is acting. ठीक है, this is the value at which the neutral plane is acting. आपको कुछ नहीं करना है, थीटा n का वैल्यू ले लिया आपने. You have taken the value of theta n. You have taken the value for theta n. You have already taken the value for theta n. ठीक है. Now you need to calculate the value of capital small h n. Small h n is equal to h1 plus 2r 1 minus cos theta n. That's it. 6.35 plus 2 into 500 into 1 minus cos of 1.55 degrees. Cos of 1.55 degrees. ठीक है, मैं भी कैलकुलेट कर रहा हूं, आप भी कैलकुलेट करिए. Point 99962 minus 1, 0.0 into 1000, 0.3726, 0.3726, 6.35 plus 0.3726. So this will be 6.7226. This is the height of the neutral plane. At neutral plane जो thickness होगी ना work material की, it is getting reduced from 9.07 to 6.35. At neutral plane the height will be 6.7226. 6.7226. 6.7226. That is, the neutral plane is very close to the exit. चल, this is done. Let us move to major concept तो हो ही चुका है. Now we have to start with another concept. We have to start with the next concept of wire drawing. ठीक है, वैसे तो वायर ड्राइंग का लेक्चर कल के लिए रखा गया है, बट आज कवर अप कर सकते, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Let me check कि कितने रिकॉर्ड हो सकते हैं. चलो. Just a second. So before we move forward to the next topic, let me show you the video for combat that happened on 16th of December. And if you can get a real insight about what is combat challenge and prepare for the next combat challenge, because this is already over. But yes, you can see the video.
It's time to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging gate contest engineered to give you an experience like none other.
Where you put your knowledge to test
and battle it out with a test
To bring out the best in you, Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for gate till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
with detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack gate deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate gate challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now. It's time to experience something glorious. Unacademy Combat. Compete, crack, conquer.
A challenging gate contest engineered to give you an experience like none other.
Where you put your knowledge to test
and battle it out with a test
To bring out the best in you, Unacademy Combat is the most competitive, gamified contest for gate till date, with the best of the questions by best educators.
with detailed video solutions from top educators right after each contest.
Combat live with peers to get real-time rankings and win big.
Participate in every contest to improve your ratings.
Challenging contests every fortnight or alternate Sunday. Live ranking after every question. Big rewards for top rankers. Your passion to crack gate deserves this. Your hard work towards your dream deserves this. Fuel your inner fire for the ultimate gate challenge. Unacademy Combat. Register now.
Okay, I think that it was played twice. ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Let us move forward to the next topic. Let us move forward to the next topic, that is wire drawing and extrusion. देखो, wire drawing and extrusion is also a very simple topic where the size of the wire is reduced. Now there is a small difference between the wire drawing and the extrusion. That is, in wire drawing we pull the you can say the rod from the exit end, whereas in extrusion we push the material from the entry end so that it gets drawn into the shape of a wire. So that is to reduce the diameter. Both the processes are valid, but depending upon the application, that is pulling or pushing, the two processes are defined as wire drawing and extrusion. When we push the billet to get it drawn into a wire of the reduced diameter, it is known as extrusion, and when we are pulling the wire to reduce its diameter, it is known as wire drawing. Okay, so just let me open my notes. देखो, एक्सट्रूशन वायर ड्राइंग ऑलमोस्ट सेम है, कुछ भी अलग नहीं है इसमें. इनफैक्ट द कैलकुलेशन इज आल्सो सेम. ठीक है, चलो. अब देखो, डिफेक्ट्स इफेक्ट्स मैं करा नहीं रहा हूं क्योंकि दिस इज अ क्रैश कोर्स. इन क्रैश कोर्स वी नीड टू कवर अप द इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट, दैट इज द मोर टेक्निकल टर्म्स. देखो, वायर ड्राइंग. नाउ गिव द हेडिंग वायर ड्राइंग एंड देन वी विल स्टार्ट. Wire drawing and extrusion. So first we will cover up wire drawing and then we will be moving to extrusion. So in wire drawing, how the die looks like? The die looks like this. तो इसको करते हैं कॉपी, कुछ बढ़िया करने की कोशिश करते हैं। ठीक है, इसको रोटेट करना हो तो कैसे रोटेट करेंगे? हाँ, ये बिल्कुल सही। दिस बिकम्स योर डाई। ये हो गया आपका डाई। दिस इज योर डाई। When you are having this as die, the material comes in here. The material comes in here, get reduced to a lower diameter, stays in this position for some time, and then it gets outside. Is it clear? The red color part shows you the wire part. अब थोड़ा सा मैं finishing दे देता हूँ using pen. So this is the wire. This is the outer diameter. So what is happening? The wire with initial diameter di, is passing through the die. Now the angle at which these plane meets, this angle is alpha, that is the die angle is known as alpha or 2 alpha, whatever you want you can take. This section, that is AB, sorry, there is a section AB, C and D. Okay, so similarly their counterparts will be there. I'm not focusing on that counterpart. From here I am applying a drawing force, due to which the material is getting reduced in shape and coming out from the right end. Yes or no? The flow of material is like this. This is the flow of material. This is the flow of material. Is it clear? So this whole angle is 2 alpha. This half angle will be alpha, and at the same time you need to understand this value. The initial diameter di gets converted into df. We are assuming it to be constant. ठीक है, df change नहीं हो रहा. The initial diameter di gets reduced to df. This is the basic part. Now please be careful. AB is known as the approach section where actual reduction is taking place. Approach section where actual reduction is taking place. BC क्या है? BC is known as die land. BC is known as die land. That is, suppose I am turning a particular component. Now after turning a particular component, I have to keep that component at a particular position, for some time to get it stabilized. ऐसा नहीं है मैंने bend किया छोड़ दिया. If I am bending and leaving, it will try to regain its original shape and size. So that is why I will bend and put it in that position. So that is why die land is provided. In AB, the reduction is happening, and then BC wala part is actually keeping it intact. And at C, the die opens up smallly. That is, CD area is known as relief area. This is known as relief section. And at this position, देखो material को bend किया. As soon as the force is removed, don't you think that the material will try to expand? Yes, that is why I made it to be tapered. ठीक है, but for our analysis we are going to take it as constant. हम उसे constant लेंगे for our analysis. We are going to take it constant for our analysis. ठीक है, जस्ट अ सेकेंड। ठीक है, चलो 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 चलो। So this is the basic part. Now sometimes what happens, if the wire is very long, if the wire is very long, this part due to its weight tends to bend down. अब आप खुद दो, इतना लंबा वायर होगा, don't you think it will bend down? So that is why a small force, that is FB, that is the back pull, is provided to keep the wire straight. Now due to back pull, some extra force will be required to draw it, yes or no? So this value increases due to back pull. Due to back pull, the value increases. Is it clear to all of you? Now approach section is provided to reduce the size, die land is provided to keep it in that shape for some amount of time, and relief section is provided so that the outgoing material should not hit the die. Is it clear? एक छोटा सा रिलेशनशिप होता है, लिख लो. Now if you try to establish the relationship between the die angle and the drawing load, die angle and drawing load, the value goes like this. With the increase in die angle, first the drawing load decreases, but beyond a certain value, if you further increase the die angle, with the increase in the die angle, the drawing load decrease. ठीक है, क्यों डिक्रीज होता है, प्लीज मेंशन इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. ये मैं बहुत बार बता चुका हूं इन डिफरेंट लेक्चर्स, एंड सिंस दिस इज अ क्रैश कोर्स आई कैन नॉट गेट इनटू डिटेल. द मोर इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज दिस कर्व, दैट इज with the increase in the die angle, first the drawing load decreases, it is good. But if we increase the die angle beyond a certain value, the drawing load increases. If we decrease the die angle below a certain value, the drawing load increases. Is it clear to all of you? This is very important for you to understand. This graph is very important. ठीक है. Now many times people ask, what is the die material used? Die किस material का बना होता है? तो tell them that die is made up of tungsten carbide. The die is made up of tungsten carbide. Many a times what happens, देखो, when wire is going for wire drawing, when a particular component is going for wire drawing, we twist it. Why? Because if there is any oxide scale over it, it cracks and goes away. That's why we are twisting it. Is it clear? Star mark करके लिख लो. The twisting is done before the process to remove the oxide layer, to break the oxide layer and remove it. ऐसा लिखो. To break the oxide layer and remove it. ठीक है. Third thing, they will ask, what are the different type of lubricants that are used? So the most common lubricant is the soap solution. And specific lubricant की बात करेंगे आप, तो that is graphite powder. Sir, जब soap solution है, then why we are using graphite powder? So this is used for heavy reduction and this is used for light reduction. The lower one is used for heavy reduction and the upper one is used for light reduction. The lower one is used for heavy reduction, the upper one is used for light reduction. Is it clear to all of you? Is this thing clear to all of you? Yes. ठीक है, चलो. ठीक है, lubricants भी आपको समझ में आ गए कि कौन कौन से lubricants यूज होते हैं. The approach section, die land, everything is written. That approach section लिख लो. Approach section is used for the reduction in the size. Die land is provided for the stability of the reduced part, and relief section is provided for the elastic recovery of the material. And back pull लिखो. Why back pull is provided? Why back pull is provided? To keep the wire straight. To keep the wire straight. To keep the wire straight. एक second. To keep the wire straight, back pull is provided. ठीक है, चलो यहां तक आप नोट डाउन कर लो. इफ यू आर हैविंग एनी डाउट लेट मी नो. ठीक है, बिकॉज देन वी विल स्टार्ट विद द एनालिसिस पार्ट. तो देखो एनालिसिस तो हम करेंगे नहीं, because I don't think analysis is required. If you want to see analysis, you can just type metal forming by Prakhar Srivastava. You can go to the video of wire drawing and you can quickly get it. But यहाँ पर क्या है ना, the important part are result. That the important parts are result. The important parts are result. Results are very very important यहाँ पर. चलो प्लीज नोट इट डाउन. Please note it down. जल्दी से नोट डाउन करो, देन आई विल गिव यू सम रियली रियली इंपॉर्टेंट रिजल्ट. These notes are also going to act as the formula sheet. These notes are also going to act as formula sheet. जल्दी से नोट डाउन कर लो. मैं पानी पिया. जल्दी से नोट डाउन करो, जल्दी से नोट डाउन करो, because then we have to move to the analysis part, or rather you can say the result parts. ठीक है, result parts होंगे, तो that will be giving it to you, because analysis is not possible. Analysis possible ही नहीं है, because उसमें खुद में अपने आप में 3 से 4 घंटे लगते हैं. At least 3 hours are required for the analysis part. So I'll be directly giving you the result for the ESE as well as you can say for the gate as well. ठीक है, चलो. MPD. देखते हैं ना दांत इसमें. The teeth are very. I think that I am audible, perfectly audible now also. Chal. So I'll give you the results now. I'll give you the results. So wire drawing के results लिख लो. Formulas, or rather you can say formulas. The first one is the reduction area. Reduction area. This is nothing but pi r final square minus pi r initial square divided by pi r initial square. Is it clear? This should be the funda. So r final square minus r initial square divided by r initial square, or you can just say the opposite thing, that is final minus initial. ठीक है, the reduction in the area will be negative ना. ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही है. rf by ri square minus 1. Now this value comes out to be negative. You know why this value will be negative? कई बार बच्चे पूछते हैं सर आपका सिग्मा का वैल्यू नेगेटिव आ रहा है, but why this value will be negative? Why this value will be negative? Because there is reduction in area, so obviously the final area will be less than the initial area, so obviously this value will be negative. तो नेगेटिव आए तो डरने का नहीं, बिल्कुल डरने का नहीं. ठीक है, चलिए. So if you talk about if you want to find out the second formula, if you need to get the value of stress at any point, just a second. If you need to get the value at any point, what is the value of stress at any point, that value or that result is known as sigma naught 1 plus b divided by b. 1 plus b divided by b, 1 minus r by r naught to the power 2b plus sigma b r by r naught to the power 2b. अगर किसी भी पॉइंट पे आपको निकालना है स्ट्रेस तो उसका फॉर्मूला ये होता है. Now if you need to find out the total stress at the end, what you are applying to draw the wire, that is sigma drawing. This is sigma naught 1 plus b divided by b. Now what is the radius at the end? The radius at the end is the final radius by initial radius. This is initial radius to the power 2b plus sigma b r final by r initial to the power 2b. सर ये b क्या है? सर ये b क्या है? What do you mean by b? So b is nothing but mu cot alpha. What is b? b is mu cot alpha. Just a second, नोट डाउन करो, तब तक मैं पानी पी लूं थोड़ा. चलो ठीक है, तो B is mu cot alpha. B is mu cot alpha. The value of B is mu cot alpha. ठीक है, the value of B is mu cot alpha. सिग्मा D आ गया, सिग्मा D आ गया. अब कई बार क्या होता है that back pull is not there. So what is the drawing stress without back pull? Sigma B is equal to 0, don't you think the value of sigma D will be equal to sigma naught 1 plus B divided by B 1 minus R final by R initial to the power 2B? Don't you think so? Sigma D का तो यही वैल्यू होगा ना. The value of sigma D will be this only. The value of sigma D will be this only ना. The value of sigma D will be this only if sigma B is 0. ठीक है. Now condition कहाँ फंसती है? If there is no back pull and no friction, if you try to keep the value of mu 0, B is equal to mu cot alpha. So B will become 0. If B will become 0, in this formula you cannot have denominator as 0. You cannot have denominator as 0. You cannot have denominator as 0. Yes or no? You cannot have denominator as 0. So entirely analysis is done. और उसके बाद जो वैल्यू आती है that is sigma naught. अच्छा वो भी तो एक आध वैल्यू मिस कर दी है क्या? एक सेकंड. आराम से. सिग्मा डी का वैल्यू आ गया ठीक है. कूल इनफ. ये चीज समझ में आ गई आपको that if mu and sigma b is 0, you cannot put the value of b as equal to 0, because if you put the value of b as 0, the entire equation will become invalid, because in the denominator you cannot have 0, in denominator you cannot have 0. So that is why the entire analysis was done, came out to be, then the value of sigma d came out to be, in this case the value of sigma d is sigma naught to log of R final by R initial. It is something like that. It is something like that. Is it clear? It is something like that. I hope that you have got your answer. I hope that you have got your answer. ठीक है, लिख लो. This is the value. इसके अलावा कुछ है नहीं वैल्यू ऐसे mostly all of the results you have already covered. एंड यहां पर जो चीज आएगी ना, वो पहली बात तो ये फॉर्मूला थोड़ा उल्टा हो जाएगा. यहां आर इनिशियल बाय आर फाइनल आएगा, तो प्लीज बी केयरफुल. आर इनिशियल बाय आर फाइनल, एंड दैट इज वाई सिग्मा नॉट एल एन आर आई बाय आर एफ का स्क्वायर. इफ यू आर टेकिंग दिस स्क्वायर, सिग्मा नॉट log of pi ri square by pi rf square is area initial by area final. Area initial by area final. Area initial by area final. And initial area by final area is also known as drawing ratio. Drawing ratio. Drawing ratio. So that is why I have given you the condition. देखो अभी तो सिग्मा आया. Now if you need to get the value of force, ultimately you need to calculate what is the force required to draw, because ultimately तो आप यही बताओगे ना बेटा इतना फोर्स लगा उतना फोर्स लगा. Yes or no? You will be telling this only. So that is why what will happen? इसके बाद क्या होगा? What is the value of force? Sigma d into pi r final square. Because sigma d you are pulling from the outer end now, the final end. That is why fd is equal to sigma d into pi r final square. This is the relationship, this is the relationship, this is the deliverable, this is the relationship you can say between the drawing load, drawing stress, सब कुछ हो गया. Is it clear? और एक important condition मैं बता देता हूं. If they ask what is the maximum possible reduction, if they ask what is maximum possible reduction, for maximum possible reduction, sigma d will be equal to sigma naught. That's it. This is the only condition. If for maximum possible reduction sigma d is equal to sigma naught, for maximum possible reduction sigma d is equal to sigma naught, for maximum possible reduction sigma d is equal to sigma naught, for maximum possible reduction sigma d is equal to sigma naught. Is it clear? कोई डाउट हो तो पूछ लो. मैक्सिमम रिडक्शन वाला फंडा हो गया, बस इसके बाद कुछ नहीं है यार. इसके बाद सिर्फ और सिर्फ वी विल बी स्टार्टिंग विद द एक्सट्रूशन पार्ट. इसके बाद वी विल बी स्टार्टिंग विद द एक्सट्रूशन पार्ट एंड फर्स्ट वी विल सॉल्व सम न्यूमेरिकल टुमारो एंड देन वी विल बी सॉल्विंग विद द देन वी विल बी स्टार्टिंग विद द एक्सट्रूशन पार्ट. ठीक है, या फिर एक न्यूमेरिकल लिख लो. मैं बता देता हूं आपको. आई विल राइट डाउन द न्यूमेरिकल फॉर यू. फॉर्मूला आपको सारे पता है. द फॉर्मूला ईच एंड एवरी फॉर्मूला यू नो. तो लिखो. Determine the drawing load and maximum possible reduction when the initial diameter of the wire is 6.5 mm. The final diameter of the wire is 5.5 mm. This is IES question. The semi-die angle is 10 degree. Die angle is 2 alpha. The semi-die angle is alpha. The coefficient of friction mu is 0.2. ठीक है. The flow stress of the material, that is sigma naught, is 40 MPa. ठीक है, 40 MPa. What do you need to get? What do you need to get? You need to get the value of drawing load and maximum possible reduction. ठीक है, solve करो. Take your time. Take your time and try to solve. Take your time and try to solve. ठीक है, जल्दी solve करो. Okay, so for that, I think that this is important. This is important. This thing is that is, if you talk about, I think that ये sound का आज कुछ issue हो रहा है यार, sound का कुछ तगड़ा issue हो रहा है, ठीक है. So Plus subscription and the Iconic subscription are the two offering. That is the paid offering by Unacademy. In Plus subscription, you would be getting the live classes, then crash courses, improvement batch to practice question, weekly test to monitor your growth. Doubt solving sessions will be there to keep your preparation on track. That is to keep your preparation on track, and the lessons will be conducted in English and Hindi. If you talk about the Iconic subscription, then it is a costlier product, but yes, it is worth it because you would be getting the personal coach, that is one-on-one guidance will be provided to you. The study planner will be provided to you, that is what to study, when to study, and how much to study. And then study booster session will be provided to keep your you can say to keep your preparation on track. And finally, the personalized test analysis will be given to analyze that what are your weak areas and what are your strong areas. Along with that, you would also be getting the preparatory study material. You would also be getting the preparatory study material. You would be getting the preparatory study material. So there is a lot of offering. What are the charges? So the charges are 27,225 rupees for 1 year, 34,650 rupees for 18 months, and 39,600 rupees for two years. When only and only when you apply the code that you need to apply is crack10. Similarly, what are the charges for Iconic subscription? It is 45,225 rupees for 1 year and 66,600 rupees for 2 year only after you apply the code. The code you can apply is crack10. कोई भी कोड लगा सकते हो आप कहीं पर भी, crack10, और here also you can use prakhar21. both are my code both are my code, anyone you can use. ठीक है, बैच के बारे में मैं ऑलरेडी आपको बता चुका हूँ. ठीक है, सो आई थिंक दैट आई एम डन फॉर द डे. काफी सारी चीजें कवर अप करी. टुमारो वी हैव टू स्टार्ट विद एक्सक्लूशन पार्ट. टुमारो वी हैव टू स्टार्ट विद एक्सक्लूशन. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Unacademy on this particular link, that is Prakash Shrivastava 333. You would also be getting, you can say, Unacademy ESE GATE Telegram channel where all the updates about all the topics are given. All the updates about all the topics are given. You would also be getting, you can also like us on the Facebook by the name of creatric.mech. And finally, you would be getting Unacademy. The channel that you are viewing right now is Unacademy GATE MEPI XE. And at the same time, there are other channels that are live, but depending upon your interest, you can watch any channel. You being from mechanical, you can watch civil channel. There is no restriction to knowledge, but there are some mandatory channels, that is an Academy GATE question. अब यहाँ पे पुरानी GATE questions डालेंगे, तो it is ठीक है, it is mandatory only. It is mandatory only. ठीक है, चलो. Thank you guys. All the best. Hope to see you soon. And let us meet at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. Let us meet at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow.